hope you are all well. Welcome back to my channel. I just filmed another video and I'm still in the same outfit, but does that matter? No, as long as I'm bringing the content, right? Don't matter. So please forgive that. But in today's video I am going to be chatting about, I said that so quick. In today's video I am going to be chatting about what I've been watching and what I've watched recently. I believe this is the one for December because I already did the one for November, and I will link that down in the description bar below. So make sure to check that out to see what I've been watching and to keep up with it. But in December I watched quite a few things. To start it off, where this is in no particular order, so I watched this film called Surrounded, and it's basically about a group of friends who go out to this cave or whatever, and they go like, they get eaten by a crocodile. No, this is the one where the group of friends go and basically they become a snake. They become a snack to this shark, I believe. Hold that thought. Yes, they become a snack to a shark. Yeah, they're surrounded, basically. It's in the title. And then the next one, this is the one I was getting it confused on. It is Black Water, and this one is basically underwater, same concept, but this one's a crocodile instead of a shark. So these group of friends go out and look for this cave, and there's a crocodile in there, basically. Do you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. It's got Romeo in it from Home and Away. Home and Away fans, you will know who Romeo is. That was me, my crush in my teenage years. That was my crush. I'll insert a picture of him somewhere, but basically I saw him and I was like, he grown, he grew up. Obviously, he's not Peter Pan, is he? And then the next thing that I watched was the next two, right? The next two films that I'm going to mention are probably one of my, I won't say one of my favorites because that's a big statement. From this list today, I will say they're up there. You know, they're up there. So one of them is called What Happened to Monday. Okay, listen to this sick concept of a film. All right, let me get comfortable. So this film, right, is about it's like a dystopian society. It's a dystopian world. So it's kind of gives me Divergent vibes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's in a world that's not known to us. Basically, in this world, you can't have any siblings, right? You can't have any siblings, and if they have more than one child, then the other child gets executed, kind of thing. So in the film, families are trying to hide, you know, if they have more than one child and stuff like that, but they all get found out, basically. It's kind of like Divergent meets In Time, because there's a lot of techie stuff too. There's like In Time kind of vibes with Justin Timberlake, so it gives me that vibe. But basically it's about these sisters. They're all like, I don't even know how many there is. 7. What's that called? There's 7. I know 4's quadruplet. What the fuck is 7? Sevenplet? No idea. But basically they're twins of 7, okay? I don't know how to fuck that mum. But anyway, they're twins of 7, and basically they all look alike. They're literally identical. So they go as days. So if it's your turn, fucking hell, I'm shit at explaining things. This is called What Happened to Monday. So basically every single sister is a day of the week. So for example, I'm Monday, the other person's Tuesday, the other person's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on. It's the film's called What Happened to Monday, so like something happens to Monday, one of their sisters. So sometimes I will say it was getting confusing right at the beginning only. In the middle of the film, like, you picked up on their mannerisms. So like there were certain things that only Saturday would do or say, like, you know, and you're like, oh, that's Saturday, because it's one actress playing all the sisters, kind of like Orphan Black, so they all look the same. Okay, so like there's certain things that they will do or say that you're like, oh, okay, that's Wednesday, you know, that's Monday. But in the beginning they'll be like, stop it Wednesday, no, you stop it Saturday, Sunday, that's enough, no. And you'll be like, who the fuck is who? Who is who? who is actually who. But other than that, action-packed, suspenseful, thrilling, amazing. I think me and my friend watched it together virtually, and we both gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Like, it was up there. It was so good. Quite long, and there's this one, I'm telling you now, do not watch it with parents, because there's this one scene is fucking hella awkward. The next one that we watched, I don't know why I said this is gonna be, I actually got quite a few good ones on here, but the next one that we watched was Wildling, and this is basically some madness. I can't even tell you what I was watching. Me and my friend watched it virtually together again, and when we finished it, we were like, what the hell did we just watch? But we enjoyed it. We both enjoyed it. But it was very different, something I've never seen before. Yeah, so just go in there blind. I would say just go in there blind. I'm not going to ruin it for any of you guys. I'm not going to say too much, but I went in there blind, didn't even read the blurb, and it was shocking. It was a surprise. It was good. So I definitely recommend that one. It was very short as well, very easy breezy watch. Thrilling, exciting, what the fuck moments. It was good. The next one that we watched was Ava, and this one was good. Like, this one was very good. It was like being rated highly on Netflix. So like, you know, when it gives you that the like what's most popular in the UK or where you live, right? And this was always like top 10. So I was like, let me see what it's about, and we loved it. We watched it virtually again, and this one is basically kind of like more action, I would say. Definitely more action, and kind of like, is it MI6? I actually don't know. This film actually came out last year, like it's fairly new. The reason why I say it's more actiony, it's an assassin who becomes marked for death by her own black ops organization after questioning orders and breaking protocol. Basically, I've just read that on Google, and she's kind of like on the run sometimes and like fighting and all of this, but it was still really, really good. I highly recommend it. It's got, what does it have on Rotten Tomatoes? 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. They're taking the mick. No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Come on. It wasn't that bad. It was a nice action. If you're just looking for an action film, like, that one was all right. The next thing that we watched was an absolute waste of time. So this was like in December time. So we watched Krampus. And I'm not being funny, it said horror film, but it's horror film but meets kiddiness, meets gingerbread men killing people. Like, hello? No, thank you. I will not be watching that one again. The next one that we watched was Apostle, and this one, we were just in the mood for a quick horror film, and this one set the vibe, right? It had the horror film vibe, but it was one of those moments where I was like, what on earth is going on? What am I actually watching? From when people, this is where I draw the line, when people can grow plants. Like, I still don't know what I watched, to be honest. I still don't know what I watched. I think they were worshipping the people who could grow the crops. I still don't know what I watched. Do you know what? Watch it for the experience, but leave it out. That's what I'm gonna say. No, let me actually just try and find a proper description. I mean, the vibes were immaculate. Like, the cover and everything of the movie poster, I thought it was going to be scary.com. And it got 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. They're selling you dreams. They need to change that, because Ava needs to have this 78% and Apostle needs to have 17%, because this is not acceptable. Okay, I can tell you this is definitely for sure. They're not chatting shit. This guy called Thomas Richardson has returned home only to learn that his sister is being held by ransom by a religious cult. That's true. Determined to get her back at any cost, Thomas travels to the idyllic island where the cult lives. As Thomas infiltrates the island's community, he learns that the corruption of mainland society that they claim to reject has infested the cult's ranks nonetheless, and uncovers a secret more evil than he could have imagined. Does that make sense? Hell to the no. Anyway, it's an experience. I watched it. I can say that I watched it. I won't be watching it again. That's it. No way. No way. Anyway, the next one was Dark Light. Now, this is a horror film I will watch again. This year had me and my friend literally hooked, gripped to the TV. Like, we didn't even so much blink. Literally, obviously. No, but like, the way that we were locked onto our screen, this was only an hour and a half. Not even an hour. Was it an hour and a half? This was a very short film. Yeah, 1 hour and a half. This was a very short film, but oh my god, did it produce? Did it come through? Because right from the beginning, right from the get-go, they didn't waffle, they didn't take the story some left way, like they didn't take the story left, they kept on track, right from the beginning, like boom. You're like, what's going on? We were shouting at the TV, we're like, what's going on? Did I miss something? Like, literally, we thought, yeah, we had skipped ahead like a couple of minutes. We were like, hold on, did we miss something? Because this is not possible. How is it just dropping us in the middle of the drama like this? So this one was good. Listen, I really enjoyed this one, and it's basically about a woman who returns to her family home and discovers it to be inhabited by monsters. Basically, it's kind of like Alien. It's a fantasy, I would say, sci-fi horror, but it is like suspenseful. Like, I can imagine if I went to see this in a cinema, I'd be like gripping the chair, you know what I mean? The next one is Awake. This one had potential. This film had extreme potential, but did they waffle too much? This was opposite of Dark Light. They didn't give us a story right from the beginning, and I think this was the same amount of length as Dark Light. Awake was the same length, but it just felt like it was dragging on. We didn't get that many answers, and actually, to be fair, at the end we weren't happy. We were like, what was that? Like, do you know what I mean? Whereas Dark Light gave us a conclusion. It ended it flat, you know, straight up, it ended it. But with Awake, it didn't hit the mark. But this is basically about a guy who gets in an accident and he forgets, wakes up in a hospital bed, and he learns that he is wanted for committing a series of murders. You're basically chasing the story of, did he commit these murders? Didn't he commit these murders? Who is he? Like, you don't know nothing about him. So yeah, and at the end we were just like, really? You just had to do us like that? So I would not rewatch that one, to be honest. Up next we watched A Stranger Outside. To be honest, this was okay. Like, it wasn't nothing like amazing. It's basically this girl's babysitting and the stranger breaks into their house. I mean, it was good while I was watching it. It was high impact, you know, thrilling, suspenseful, but it was cheaply made. Like, you could tell, like, you know those independent movies, like, you could kind of tell. But it was all right. It was okay. Next we have Book Club. Oh my god, this, I didn't know I needed to watch this. This is the film that I needed until I watched it. I watched it with a friend of mine virtually. This film was everything and more. It was so cute. It was such a cute romantic film. It was like heartfelt. It was funny. It was comedic. It was just like everything and more. Like literally, just watch it. I don't even know how to explain it, but basically it's about these elderly women. I'm not gonna lie, I need to watch more films with elderly women because they just, oh, my heart felt so whole while watching this. And they're quite fun, they're quite hip, and they've got like a book club and they're reading like 50 Shades of Grey. They're trying to spice things up a little bit, and basically you just follow their love life, you follow their drama, you follow their families and stuff like that. It's kind of like Sex and the City, but like older version kind of thing. Some of the things that they come out with is just hilarious. It's just so funny, and I definitely recommend you watch this one if you're just looking for a feel-good, heartfelt romantic comedy movie. It's just, it was amazing. It had us laughing out loud so many times. I definitely recommend this. So then we watched Mrs. Matched. Listen, I'm not being funny. This film ended in a way where we were like, excuse me? You cannot be serious. This is not what I was watching. This is not the conclusion to what I was watching. I literally refused to, I guessed it. I virtually watched it with my friend, and I was like to my friend, watch this happen. I know, I can see where it's going. Watch this, something is gonna happen. The ending just completely did not do it for us. How can I say this without giving it away? Okay, so basically it's about this girl who is a wedding planner, right? Weddings are her life. Like, she loves them, she enjoys putting weddings together. She's very much for the wedding being extravagant, big, you know, go overseas, beach weddings, you know, somewhere like really fancy and a lot of money. Okay, she's all for love and just wants to 110%, the big gowns and everything. Like, she's all for it, you know. She's about the dream wedding kind of vibe, fairy tale wedding. And then on the other hand, you've got this guy who believes that a wedding can happen, but on a budget. Right, he's all about the budgeting. He's all about cutting costs somewhere. Maybe you can rent a dress instead of buying a brand new dress. Maybe you could go to a certain store rather than getting the really high-end dresses that are in like the thousands range, you know. He's all about budgeting, and they clash. So they meet at this like wedding workshop, and they clash. So it basically goes into that. It's basically kind of like a hate to love. Kind of, it's kind of like that. And also it's a Hallmark film. I think it's kind of giving me the vibe of a Hallmark film. I think it is. Okay, so that one I'm not watching again. I'm not. The next one is The Hole in the Ground. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, this one was decent. It's about a mother, and she starts to suspect that her son isn't her son anymore, as in his characteristics, the way he behaves, you know. He could be, how do they word it in the actual, I don't want to give nothing away, so let me see what they actually worded it online. Okay, so he disappears into the woods behind their rural home. When he returns, he looks the same, but his behavior grows increasingly disturbing. Sarah, the mother, begins to believe that the boy who returned may not be her son at all. Okay, good. I didn't spoil anything there. But basically, that's the whole premise of the film. I really enjoyed it. It was suspenseful. It was, you know, had us guessing what was going on. And, yeah, what was it in the end? Okay, moving on. The next one that we watched was called White Chamber. That's also on Netflix. So, this one was okay. This one was good. But it went on for too long. It really did go on for too long, and also the end wasn't, it was explained, okay? We just didn't want to put two and two together. Sometimes I'm just lazy about shit. Like, I just want a movie to tell me what the conclusion is, you know. I want to see the conclusion, not have to, you know what I mean? Like, this one was kind of like open-ended, but it was closed at the same time. I'm not making any sense, but this one was still a good watch. It was something that I've not seen before personally. So this is about a woman who wakes up in a blindly white cuboid cell. Using its sophisticated functionality, her captor tortures her for information she claims not to have. It's a drama, it says. Yeah, it wasn't thrilling, it wasn't nothing, it was just a drama. To be honest, I wouldn't watch it again. It was good at the time of when I was watching it, but it did feel very, very long. Let me see how long it is. Oh, it's 1 hour and 29 minutes. See, the 1 hour and 29 minutes in this White Chamber one felt a lot longer than in Dark Light. See, in Dark Light, we were in it. We were freaking there, you know? So it flew by. But this White Chamber was long. So no, I wouldn't watch it again. Oh, the next show that I watched. This is a TV show. Bridgeton. I think at this point everyone has seen this show, I think. And if you haven't, make sure you watch it. I literally watched it in one sitting. I'm not being funny. I started watching it and then I just kept pressing next episode, and I literally look at the time. I finished it and I look at the time, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 a.m. That's my fault. I'm gonna recommend this. Look, if you are gonna watch this and you are into historical romances and all of this, I think watch it still, even if you're not. Watch the first episode at least, because it's kind of like, it is a historical romance, but then at the same time it's more scandalous. It's more like, I can't explain it, like, you know, it's olden times, but it's not like, I'm assuming, I haven't seen The Crown, but it's very much scandalous. Just watch it because it's really good. But I definitely recommend starting it a bit early, just in case that you can't stop yourself, and at least it won't be 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Maybe start it like 7ish, so that just in case if you do finish it, then you'll be, you know, going to bed by 10, 11 maybe, I don't know. Not fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that one's really, really good. It focuses on Daphne and the Duke. I believe there are also books involved, so there's 8 books, and I don't know whether I should read the books or not. If you've read the books, let me know if they're worth the hype. And also, would I be reading the first book again because I've seen the show, so I know the Duke and Daphne story. So should I just skip to the next book? You guys let me know. But Bridgerton is basically about, I'm just gonna read it off. During the Regency era in England, 8 close-knit siblings of the powerful Bridgerton family attempt to find love. And yeah, it was just so good. It's mainly a romance. There are some steamy scenes in there as well. I love how they added in popular like songs that we have nowadays, like Thank You Next, but they made it into like a violin version, and you're like doo, doo, doo. And I was like, oh my god, they literally took so many songs that we listen to today and made them into like beautiful violin orchestras, like, you know what I mean? They made them an even more of a masterpiece. Like, it's wonderful what they did with the soundtrack. And then I watched, talking about Thank You Next, excuse me, I love you, it's not a way to start a conversation, trouble, what's them other girls when they come and bug you? No, that's a problem.
How could I? No. Excuse me, I love you.
Here we go. Excuse me, I love you. I know that's not the way to start a conversation, trouble. I watch them other girls when they come and bug you, but I felt like I know you, so I just wanted to hug you. Hey! That is of the Ariana Grande's concert that she did. It was the Sweetener World Tour. So I was lucky enough, my cousin got me tickets, so I was really lucky enough for my birthday last year to have gone to her concert, and it was so much fun. And unfortunately I wasn't right at the front, obviously, that's a lot of money. I wasn't right at the front, so I wasn't featured in like any of the Netflix clips. I was like, oh, but I really enjoyed myself. I was having the time of my life. And yeah, those are the shows that I watched in December. I'll do another one for January because I did watch a lot more as well, but I think those are all that I would mention in this video. The ones that stand out to me the most for December are Wildling, What Happened to Monday, Dark Light, Book Club, 110%, Bridgerton, definitely. If you're an Ariana fan like I am, Excuse Me, I Love You. Yeah, I think those are the ones that I'm going to stick with. A Stranger Outside was good as well, but I would add that as an extra. It wasn't in my top. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, share, comment, like, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.